Hey there, good afternoon, Bob, Trade Genius, 25th of February. So, what's next with the broad market here? We've had really strong selling here for the last 2 days, and I think what we're seeing here now is a bit of a pause, if you will. This is the 5 minute chart. We got down to the end of margin selling, bit of a bounce, came back down, we got a bit of a bounce again. These indicators here, especially when I get dual setups like this, this is uh, the money flow indicator, and it's also another indicator that Phil's working on here. This bottom buy thing is to look at the um, reversal zones, and here we had his signal and my signal, his signal and my signal, his signal and my signal. When they overlap, it's definitely turning out to be a really good reversal area here to go long. And so this run here has been we had the low here at 17, we're at 50. It's already 33 point run here up on the ES. Let me zip out here to the hourly here and take a peek. So we're starting to V bottom here a little bit, and let me auto thing this. Right here is a big old gap. That's from Sunday night on ES, which is really pretty rare that they don't fill. And so there's a good chance they're going to try to run this up to fill it. And that would be extraordinary. But if they did it, then we should be shorting with both hands for a longer term sell off. These V moves usually get bought back because the nature of how the derivatives work. People bought a lot of puts. As they unwind their puts, either because they're taking profit on them or they're bailing out on them, the market makers have to buy futures. So I'm looking for that to V up. Be ideal if it got up to here, and then from there, then we can look to see if it's going to start selling back down again, going into, I would think, maybe even into the end of spring. When I'm talking like May, June-ish, just to have general malaise in the market. So I bought some calls here at the very end of the day to just see if we catch a bounce on SPY. And total lottos, I didn't share them with anybody because I didn't want anybody to follow me. And then also I got some VXX, but I'm going to show you something first here with the VIX. Let me go into here. This is an indicator that I created, but it's not my creation. It's something that you see a lot out here. This is the 3 month VIX looking at the current VIX, and usually this is kind of a tell for absolute fear. And this is a note I wrote to myself a long time ago. When VIX is below 0.9, when this ratio is below 0.9, the VIX rise is probably ending. I think we've seen that today, and so I'm looking for this. This is pushed pretty hard down, and here I'm just getting a signal right here. We pushed down all the way down. I think intraday got all the way down to like 0.76 or something on the hourly. And so in the VIX, really rare. If I try to put up, getting to 30, very few percentage of the time. And it's to stay there, hardly at all. So it's going to put us in a situation where VXX is going to probably be a trade that will pay us. I've been scaling into March 13th strike 16s. And let me zoom out here. You don't read all this. Those are my other trades from last year. And let me get off the extension. So we had a push all the way up, got almost up to 20 on VXX, and then after hours, we pushed down now to 1872 area. And so I like these topping candles here. So especially when you do VIX, there's usually a chance it's going to pull back. And this thing's pretty extended right now, so something to keep an eye on. And if it pulls back, there's a volume gap in here too. Let me take this off here. I don't have this one on the volume profile, but right around 16, 15, 50, 60 here, right here is a gap. And I think they're going to probably come down and test this before they move higher again. So just keep an eye on that. And then, we had gold here, had a nice move in gold. Miners started getting beat up here a little bit. And I was long dust calls till today, and I flipped back to GDX calls today because I think as this relieves the pressure on the miners, because I think it was a sell everything day. And so there's something to think about here when we get a little bit of a relief rally. And then I think the next sell-off, people are just going to be rotating into the precious metals and the miners because this gold has just been just doing fantastic. And take a peek at that. We've had a really nice run on gold. Wrong one. Here we go. So we hit all the way up here to 1690, and then now they're trying to sell it off. Got to a daily on this thing, and just the move just got parabolic here, and so it pulled back and hit my targets. I had 1670, 1680 area, and it blew right to that, and then now it's settling back down. It may settle all the way back down to here, catch a little bit of a shelf before its next move higher, but there's no way this is not moving higher. So there's going to be the Federal Reserve and central banks around the world just going to shove as much money as absolutely necessary to lift these asset prices. Their very survival is at stake. And here's silver. Silver had a move here too. Just broke this double top and it pulled back down to point of control here, looking out, 6 months. And I expect this move to push right up here, and I think we're gonna hit highs on silver here, at least for the last year or two. And gold is definitely gonna go to all-time highs. Look at this, painting out a beautiful inverted head and shoulders right now, and I'm expecting this to pick right back up and shoot back higher again. So my plan for tomorrow is, if I'm right and we get a move higher in SPY, I'll be looking to take those calls off right away. And then I'll be looking to hedge my VXX trade to just to make sure I start bringing my costs down on it, even though I still have 2.5 weeks left, which is a lifetime with volatility trades, just in case this thing just doesn't pop for a day or two and then starts rolling over again. I just want to make sure that I'm just positioned right for it. So it's kind of where we're sitting, and so we'll see what happens. I think everything got thrown out today pretty much. Just only the few items were moving higher, but I expect the rotation into precious metals and those stocks here on the long goodbye that we're going to get, I think, from March in through May. Anyway, you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you tomorrow. I'm beat. Been many hours on this stuff of late, and I think it's going to be a really interesting year. Have a good one. Catch you later. Bye.